What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest of cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
And Chris Abercon.
What's going on here?
What's going on? So welcome to our new format. So nothing major will change on schedule. So Monday and Tuesday are topics, Wednesday discussion, Thursdays, Ask Us SP. I have a really good one coming up for the Leap Day with Matthew Hill. And then Fridays, everything else, movies, books, games, all that good stuff. So continue to tune in. Greatly appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And without further ado, I give it to Shannon.
All right, everybody. So this first article comes from AtlantaNewsFirst.com, and it is written by the Atlanta News First staff and CNN, actually. So the title of this one is FBI and Allies Seize Dark Website of Group Claiming Responsibility for Fulton County Ransomware Attack. So Fulton County, Georgia. What ended up happening was the FBI and international allies, and we've seen this before, where we get some U.S. agency and then some of these international agencies get together and they start going after some of these dark web folks. They start going after some of these ransomware gangs, and that's what they did again. So they went after this group that's claimed to be, I shouldn't say claimed to be, but known to be one of the most prolific ransomware gangs out there. And this happened after they went after the Fulton County government. What ended up happening was they got together, went and got these, went after these guys. And it was like in a matter of days, I want to say it was like 2 days, Lockbit 3.0 is the name of the group. They posted that they had until 12:47 a.m. on Friday to meet the demands, or they published some information about state citizens and county agencies, right? And like I said, within 2 days, all of a sudden the message was down. There was no more, hey, we want some ransom. Now, here's the thing. In the article, they state they don't know whether or not they paid the ransom, or whether or not this action that was taken by the FBI and other nations is what actually thwarted this whole thing. But they got at them because this is what's happening now. Like, I think these nations and the U.S. government are a little sick of, getting attacked. And so they're like, let's put some efforts into this, because I know they're doing a good bit of recruiting when it comes to the DoD, even with some folks that are taking more offensive action to do certain things like this. So, but yeah, they seized their dark website, and it hampers them, at least in the short term. So they can't go out and allow for these different organizations to be making money with these attacks that they're putting out there on everybody. But they say they've tracked this group Lockbit 3.0 to Eastern Europe. Russia and China is where they think they're operating out of, which most of them do. So you got your Russias, your Chinas, your North Koreas. Eastern Europe is where a lot of these folks like to hide out at. We've done stories before where they've gone into some of these countries in Eastern Europe and picked up some of these guys and gals that have been doing their dirt. But yeah, so these cyber criminals, man, they need to be on the lookout, because the U.S. is not playing, and some of these other nations are not playing. And like, again, this is after they did a ransomware attack in Fulton, Georgia. So it's not even like they did a widespread attack on one of the three letters or one of the departments that we have. Like, it's not like they did that. They went after one county and one state, and this is what happened. This is the consequences of their actions. So, Chris, what's your thoughts?
I mean, really, my first thought is that it is a temporary, loss for Lockbit. They're going to regroup. They're going to come back stronger, potentially. I mean, you did mention they could be anywhere from, Eastern Europe, China. I mean, really, that's a huge geographical area in which their operations are based on. But really, a lot of these, they're probably running some type of a cloud operation where they could probably, restore their operations like anybody else can. They will restore their operations and continue to do and perform malicious actions. Right? So one thing I did want to notice that I was reading up on, more the kind of the cloud aspects of ransomware, and I was reading up ransomware as a service. Oh, I guess ransomware as a service is a thing. So chances are these organizations with a lot of, advanced persistent threat backing, big countries backing them, have the ability to, host data centers, that have this capability to just spam messages, things like that, right? What's interesting is, at least kind of talking back on the, did they pay or did they not? I personally, I think if they have involvement with the FBI, three-letter organizations in the United States, at least Fulton County, I highly doubt that they paid that ransom. So, and I really want to think that, again, I kind of keep harping on education. I keep harping on social engineering. I keep harping on, safe email practices, right? If browsing practices, operational behavior, really, again, if we as, just regular users of our enterprise, whatever, we just make sure we practice safe browsing. We practice that, we're really cognizant of the emails being sent to us. We read everything. We look at everything deliberately. Now, again, it's more an education thing that could help prevent this, right? And so where usually somebody must have installed some kind of executable on their computer. Next thing you know, the entire network is compromised. And interestingly enough, the article does talk about, how law enforcement or penetrate deeper into the cyber criminal networks, right? And I think you did kind of talk about that, Shannon, as to, our capabilities. Right? So we've got some pretty cool capabilities as well from the good guys' side. But I always think it's easier to be the bad guy because you never know where it's going to come from.
We had good capabilities. It's the fact that we're using them that I like, right? Like the fact, because there used to be a time where it was always right? Like we just wait for something to happen. That's known. Let me say this. That's known. And I'm not going to say we haven't been doing it for years, but the fact is being reported that we're going on the offensive, that's where the change is. It's like, look, we're sick of this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So I think, like Chris said, it's the element of surprise. Like you never know when they're going to attack or how long they've been there. But quick PSA. So please continue to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. The show is evolving. So now we have a new format, the way we present things. So look out for us on new social media platforms. So we'll be on TikTok as a corporate account, not a personal account, as well as YouTube Shorts, Reels, Instagram, things of that nature. So look out for our clips. And then each week, I plan to do a article or blog where I kind of summarize all of the topics. So I'll try to break them down, what we talked about. So that way you can go to one-stop shop and I'll have all the embedded videos and audio as well. So we're definitely evolving. So please share this with your friends. But back on topic. So this is definitely a response to last week's episode where we talked about how Fulton County had voted to pay. So I think, right, I'm just speculating, but I think that they were going to pay, like they probably had the FBI involved and all that good stuff, but they were going to pay, and that's what applied pressure to this ally ship to quickly shut them down before they were given another, I think it was like $350 million is what they, or I'm sorry, was it 350 million or 350,000? 350,000. Yeah. Okay. Because I was going to say 350 million. Like, where does county come up with this money?
I did want to say, I think you're getting the towns confused. That may have been a smaller county from last week's.
Everybody, go back and look for that episode so you can verify what we're saying.
Here, so. I think it's Monday. I think it was Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could have sworn it's the same county, but I'll double check. So there's two Fulton counties. One of them was saved. The other one maybe not. But no, like, so last year this gang made a record $1.1 billion in extortion. Right? Like they're out there knocking down government agencies and I should say not government agencies, state agencies. Because I don't think the federal government would have paid, or you had a chance to pay, but as well as they were just internationally wrecking shop. So crime does pay, but in this case, with them taking down their sites, and they probably also have the ability to locate some of these members, right, to do what we talked about, I was almost said extortion. What is it? Extradition, to rip them out of whatever country they're currently in and bring them to the what do they call it? They called it like the International Cybercrime Tribunal or something like that.
Yeah,
so there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. So they're not safe. So this part's been taken down. Like Chris said, it's probably a mirror site. They probably have the ability to come back. But so did Revel. That was last year. And then they finally were able to shut them down permanently. And issue out their keys to their victims to unlock their data. And then they also had some people that they pulled out of other countries to go to court. So it may take a while to finally shut them down, but they're on their way to jail. So hopefully they bought lots of Lamborghinis and yachts to enjoy before they go to the pen. So I wonder if.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, I wonder if international criminals get the federal crime treatment, like a federal prison for white collar crimes is different than like a supermax. I wonder if they get the good prison or they get the bad prison. Still prison.
Well, isn't it federal if it's international? Like if you pulled them, if they did it from overseas and then crossed into our borders, so to speak, that's international and it becomes federal automatically, doesn't it?
Wouldn't they have to be extradited to their home country, or wherever their state are located?
They have to agree to it.
Again, I'm not a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Right. They extradite based on where they're from, and I think charges have to be, brought upon, those individuals. But if they're wanted by, I think Interpol's in their organization, I think there's definitely some type of agency that handles international crime like this.
They should build something like they did in the Avengers, the Raft, where they have all the super criminals. They should put all the cyber guys in the same place. They probably break out though, because they're all cyber criminals. So.
But
it would be like Arkham.
Tony Stark would build a great jail. I don't know, man. I don't know. Who's our Tony Stark today? Don't say Elon. Don't say Elon.
I'm going to say Elon.
No, don't. That's not. If it was Elon, he would have to buy it from somebody else and then say it was his.
True story. That pretty much does it for this episode. Again, continue to look out for all the new social medias that go by our name. So it'll be the other side of the FW typically, because Firewall, the name's too long. Or Ask Us City. So look up the other side of the FW and Ask Us SP to find all of our social medias. You can find me personally. I'm at RY Security Guy. That's RY Security Guy. You can find me a lot on LinkedIn now because of the articles as well as all the embedded videos and the clips and things. But you can find me on pretty much all the socials except for TikTok. And you, Chris, where can they find you?
You can find me on LinkedIn under Chris Abacon. Last name is spelled A Beacon.
There it is. Stay safe. Stay secure.